Shalom. Call Halayim La, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakakodah. Double honors to the elder apostles, the elders of Great Millstone as GMS. Peace and bless to the Akim and a few Akwath across the four winds. It's your brother Batamayim from Great Millstone, Houston, coming to you with another short lesson. I saw this Zero Hedge. I believe it was either sent in our group chat or I spotted it online, but I really think one of the brothers in the camp sent this. You have Transformer Space Force Colonel says using pronouns in emails will help win wars. Now, I have no clue as to how to utilize pronouns is going to help you, win any type of battle, especially a war. But scrolling down during a speech to the U.S. Air Force, Transformer Space Colonel Bree Fram demanded everyone use pronouns in their emails as a way to enhance winning war fighting strategies. Now, I don't know how utilizing pronouns via email is going to help you dodge rapid fire, ballistic missiles, landmines, ultimately those thermonuclear ICBM missiles. That's going to be falling upon Babylon the Great, also in the Valley of Jehoshaphat, which is the so-called Middle East, which is really like West Asia, near the Holy Land, what they deem the Middle East, Hey, that's the Valley of Jehoshaphat, which means Yahweh Shaphat, or Yahweh's judgment. Yahweh is the Most High, whom the world ignorantly calls God. Yahweh in the Paleo Hebrew means He is, He exists, He to be. His only begotten Son, His name is Yahweh Shai. It's not Jesus Christ. His name in the Paleo Hebrew, Yahweh Shai, means He is the deliverer, He's our Savior, He is our Redeemer. But I'm still trying to figure out how pronouns are going to help you in any type of war. But I had a few precepts that I wanted to bring out, but this is all biblical prophecy. Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 30. Her mightiest warriors no longer fight. They stay in their barracks, their courage gone. They have become like women. The invaders have burned the houses and broken down the city gates. Now, that her is going into Babylon, which Babylon means confusion, but it's going into modern day Babylon. In the ancient world, there were mighty men. Not saying that there weren't, I'll say, cross dressers or whatnot, because you had cross dressers like the Romans. You had a lot of boy lovers, I'll say, but it just goes to show you that Esau Edom, the self-proclaimed white man, which he's not white, he's red. As you can tell, this background is white, but if you look, this male doesn't match, the white portion of the article. It just goes to show that's Esau Edom, self-proclaimed white man. That's one thing that they self-proclaim themselves to be. They call them white and group the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans to be black, which is void of light. That's why they call us stupid and ignorant. Mainly because they took our heritage from us and try to utilize it as themselves, because they are fugitive in the vagabond. They're still on the run. But they've been found out, and they're starting to be exposed more and more on the daily. But these mighty men, they don't want to fight. They want to be in uniform and do drag shows and do the drag dance where they fall on the floor and twirl around. They don't want to fight no more. They just want to receive benefits and go home, to the same gender. And the main part I wanted to get was they have become like women. They really hard. They really believe that they're effeminate. They're pushing forth these agendas to where you have grade school. They're putting tampons in the young boys or the men's restrooms. Hey, that's going off, man. But yeah, the military is big, especially here in Babylon, has become so weak. These other heathen nations are laughing because they see how these men want to be women so bad. Overseas, like, they send you to the spirit world for things like that. Revelation chapter 11, verse 4. Salakia, Revelation chapter 11, verse 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. Now, you go to woe, that's death, destruction, mourning, and sorrow. But this right here is the second woe. That's going into World War II. So World War I, World War II have already passed, but World War III, a lot of people don't believe that it's going to actually happen. We're still in the beginning stages. It's starting to get even more heated up. As you can see, a lot of nations are picking sides, just like the former wars, world wars. You had certain nations, certain countries picking sides. You had it's going to be NATO versus the BRICS nations. And the BRICS have been recruiting, a lot of key components to help with, to build them up to be stronger than NATO. They already have the weapons. They have from China and Russia, Russia being the top dog with the military weapons. But you also have China that's been doing a lot of recruiting. They make a lot of goods too. A lot of things here in America, or the virgin daughter of Babylon, or Babylon the Great, is made in China, or as Trump say, China. So hey, they getting a lot of these so-called Middle Eastern allies too, where they have a lot of oil, and also they've been getting a lot of Salakia resources from Africa. You have South Africa, and they gathering a lot of other so-called African nations. Also, they've been going to like Central and South America recruiting too. So just goes to show you that once a lot of these nations are allied with the BRICS nations, the top BRICS, they're going to have, ICBM thermonuclear missiles. It's going to be easier for them to be shot over here on Babylon the Great. You're going to have like Cuba and, a lot of these other nations here in Central and South America too. Hey, and then America ultimately is going to lose a lot of their allies also for the stunts and the things that they pull, which is all biblical prophecy. Now, also being in California, I actually seen I was riding with Eve, and we saw Space Force kind of like military bases. It was kind of like you could see like the homes or whatnot, which if you ever been on a military base, like when you pull into some of these gates, you can see, places that you can live on base. So we seen like the outer portion of what we were driving on. And I didn't really say nothing the first couple of times we passed by, but I think it was on the way back, and Eve was like, hey, that's a Space Force base over there. I was like, oh yeah, trying to play it off like I didn't see it already. But yeah, it just goes to show you that, hey, it's starting to get even more crucial. Like, we're living in a time of war. It's going to be a time of judgment. Revelation chapter 12, verse 7. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels. So, this is a prophet that's going to come to pass. That war in heaven is going to be the war in the skies. You're going to have the Space Force versus, Yahweh Shai and his Space Force, which is the heavenly host. The head of that is going to be the Archangel Michael. It's going to fight against this dragon. Esau, Edom, this serpent, and the rest of the, NATO. It's going to be a all-out war in heaven, but I don't even want to say all-out war because, as you read in verse 8, and prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven. So they're going to be knocked out of their rulership, but they're going to be knocked out of the skies too. They're not going to have a chance. As you play like video games like, what's that, Mortal Kombat, flawless victory, or supreme victory on Killer Instinct. And then who else? You have, I love when a brother, Capo in Chicago be like, perfect. That's all it's going to be. It's going to be a perfect victory for Yahweh Shai and the heavenly hosts. Ultimately, all of Israel, because, Lord willing, those men, we get to transform from being fishers of men, fishing for the hopeful elect, to being hunters. As elders go into, those hunters are going to be the ground force. And then last precept I had was 2nd Ezra chapter 13, verse 31. And one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one realm against another. So in 2nd Ezra here, it tells you it's going to be one realm against another realm, that war in heaven. You're going to have the heavenly host, which is the angels. They're going to come on those clouds or chariots, which are what the world call UFOs or UAPs. And then you're going to have Esau, Edom, and the rest of these heathen nations with their hovercrafts and, their fighter jets to try to emulate, what they have like at Area 51, Area 52. They're going to try to have chariot-like vehicles, but they're not going to pan up to what the Lord has in store. Like, they already can't destroy, the UFOs. They constantly lie about capturing UFOs and etc. But those in the know that that's not true. But Lord willing, this is edifying to the hopeful elect. Hey, this military is weak. This military is weak. They stand no chance. They already down on recruitment and etc. And as you can see, they prefer to be transformers instead of being mighty men. But this is all biblical prophecy. But again, Lord willing, this was edifying to the hopeful elect. Call Layim La, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem Rakakwadash, Kwam Yashala.